So one may ask, what is the difference between parametric and dynamic equalizers? In music production, one of the most important plugin effects that is used in making music, whether it's being mixing and mastering or designing of a sound, is called EQ. What is an EQ? EQ in full term is equalization, and in music is the process of adjusting the amplitude of specific frequencies to achieve a clear and a balanced mix. On the EQ, the frequency range starts from 0 Hz to 30,000 Hz or 30k Hz, but it is divided into 3 sections, that is the bass, the mid-range, and the high ends. And for the human ear, anything below the 20 Hz or above the 20,000 Hz cannot be heard by the human ear. Every part, the bass, mid-range, and high end is divided. Types of EQ. There are several types of EQ. 1. Parametric EQ. 2. Semiparametric EQ. 3. Dynamic EQ. And 4. Graphic EQ. What are the differences between all these types of EQ? And I'm starting with the most common and versatile type of EQ used in music production, which is parametric EQ. This is an equalizer that offers fully configurable and adjustable frequency bands, and you can control the center frequency, level, and bandwidth of each frequency band. These are the common parameters found on parametric EQ. We have the frequency, which adjusts the center frequency range for each selected band. It also sets the frequency cutoff point for a high and low cut filters. Resonance or kill, whereby the kill stands for quality factor, and it adjusts the bandwidth of the selected band. It determines how wide or narrow to cut or boost frequencies. Gain, which sets the gain amount for the selected band. It adjusts how much to cut or boost the center frequency. This parameter is often deactivated when selecting the low cut or high cut filter shapes. The next common parameter on the parametric EQ is the filter type. This allows you to choose the filter shape for the selected frequency band. There are standard filter types like low cut, high cut, low shelf, high shelf, notch, and bell. The parametric EQ also have the filter slope, and it sets the steepness of the filter when selecting either the low cut or high cut filter. In summary of parametric EQ, it is good for shaping tone and also cutting out bad frequencies and boosting good frequencies. Parametric EQ are great for creative processing. For example, creating filter effects, wobbles, adding, movement or shaping sounds in unique ways. The next type of EQ is semiparametric EQ. A semiparametric equalizer is a parametric equalizer without one or more features. Typically, the bandwidth kill has a fixed setting. You can only adjust the frequency and gain of each band. Many of semiparametric EQ don't have an interactive display with an analyzer. Semiparametric equalizers are not flexible as the parametric EQ. However, the bandwidth curves, which are fixed, do an excellent job of boosting or attenuating a wide frequency range, and they are good for shaping of tones and making your sound sweet. The next type of EQ, which is the third one, is dynamic EQ. Before I continue with the dynamic EQ, if you like whatever you are learning here, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, and also comment down there. Let's continue. So, dynamic EQ. This is a combination of the parametric EQ and also a dynamic control of compression or expansion. This versatile combination gives you more control over shaping and enhancing sounds. So, one may ask, what is the difference between parametric and dynamic equalizers? Wait, parametric EQ are linear processes, meaning they treat the incoming audio continuously. So, if there is any treatment at a certain frequency, it is static, it does not change, it always happens to that frequency alone in a linear way. But for dynamic equalizers, they are non-linear processes, meaning the filters react to either the internal audio source or are triggered by a sidechain input source. For example, if there is a cut and a boost at a certain frequency, the dynamic EQ is going to respond to the incoming audio when it passes through a certain set threshold level. This dynamic movement adapts to the music. Most dynamic equalizer plugins also provide functionality found on compressors such as threshold, attack, and release controls. The last type of EQ is the graphic EQ. Graphic equalizers boost or attenuate a range of fixed frequencies using a bank of evenly spaced slider controls. They can also have up to 31 or more bands. More bands will provide higher accuracy over the frequency spectrum. Moreover, graphic equalizers with narrower bandwidth have greater exactness. They are not as effective for cutting and boosting certain frequencies. There is no control over the filter shape and bandwidth of each band. Instead, graphic equalizers are generally used to make broad changes to the overall mix or groups or basses. When working with a graphic equalizer, it is better to make a small increment or adjustment across the frequency spectrum. You will get smoother results by rounding out your mix. Avoid making drastic adjustments between each frequency band. It will sound unnatural. Thank you for watching. This is a summary of EQ. I hope you did learn one or two things from this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like and also comment to this video. I hope your time was never wasted. Yes, I'm out.